Lynn Holmes wants a message from a baby boy Mason. Always terrible, isn't it, when that happens? They're supposed to bury us, aren't they? But I suppose let's see if we can join the two worlds together there for you, Lynn, and just see what Mason has to say. What I'm going to do, I'll use these mediumship cards. Basically, it's just a deck of cards with pre-written messages on them, as we know there. I call it a phrase book from the other side because we don't manipulate the cards. We ask Mason to manipulate them for us, and then whatever cards come up are believed to be with the energy that he's left to pass a message on to you. Not necessarily word for word, of course, because of the thing there, but you'll know anyway when we see what's coming up. So let's just bring these two worlds together for you there, see what's going on. And as we do it, we shuffle the cards, and as we shuffle them there, Lynn, we just say, Spirit of Mason, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Mason, through these cards, and move among us. Spirit of Mason, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Mason, through these cards, and move among us. Spirit of Mason, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Mason, through these cards, and move among us. If you've got a message there for your mum, then now's the time, Mason. The floor is yours. As we say, blessed be to Mason and all absent friends. And we just cut the deck there, and where the deck splits is where it's thought to be, of course, at its most energetic point. And then we just place them over here. Just pop them there, just where we can see them, and then we just say, first of all, as normal, we open the setting. We just say, thank you, Mason, for your presence, and welcome to our setting. Let's see what message you've got for your mum there. Let's just grab this first card off top there, and then we'll just bring it round and just flip it over just to see what's going on, see what he's got to say. We just oh, look at that, straight away he's just saying, Mum, I'll always point you in the right direction. So I don't know what this says, but certainly he's gone up a few levels since he's been there, hasn't he? And he's gone up a few levels. He's saying, I'll always point you in the right direction, like a fork in the road there, and as if, which one shall I take? Maybe both paths go up the mountain, but one of them is a straight up, it's harder but it's quicker, whereas another one is easier but it goes around in a spiral. But either way, they all lead to the same place. They all lead to the top, don't they, Mason? But either way, if there are wrong ways to go and right ways to go, Mason's just saying, Mum, I'll always point you in the right direction here, whatever you need. I'm just going to pull out the next card now and just see what else he's got to be said. Normally I pull out 3 cards, and then if after that we feel any more coming, we'll do it. So just to see how it goes, just see how we feel with it. The next card we just flip over nice there, and he's just saying, Mum, don't want you to worry about anything. I was met by so many loving people. I'll point you in the right direction. I'll show you the way, but just know that I was met by so many loving people, and so many people who, you know, loving people, not horrible people. And they were. He had a welcoming committee. Let's just put it that way. It could be members of the family. It could be friends that he could have had if they'd have been there. But of course, nevertheless, that's nice to know, isn't it? Let's just see what else he's got to say about that. You probably might know what that is. Let's just see what the third one is there. And the next card, he's just saying, Mum, I know it's hard, but I just want you to know that tears cleanse the soul. I'll always point you in the right direction. I was met by so many loving people, you know that, but I just want you to know that tears cleanse the soul. So if you want to let go, Mum, you let go. It's okay, because maybe that is the right direction to go. By letting go, you're releasing it. And of course, you're just showing really the affection for me that you would have shown for me if I was here in the physical. But either way, you know that, you know, I'm a soul, and I'm still here. I'm just not here in the physical, and that's hard for to sort of cope with, I know. But nevertheless, I'm here to help you cope. I'm pointing in the right direction so you can cope, Mum. That's what I'm doing. And of course, but of course, with me being met by so many loving people, of course, those loving people have shown me I maybe put you in the right direction for love as well, how to love. But I just want you to know that maybe when you do shed those tears, Mum, maybe that's when I'm sort of helping you let go and release that pain there that you no doubt feel. I know you do, Mum. I just want to pull another card here. I feel another one coming out here, and he's just saying, Mum, he's just saying that I had to leave that way. It's just the way it is. And I know that I know that you do cry for me, Mum. I know that, but I had to leave that way. Nevertheless, just remember, I'll always point you in the right direction, Mum, and I'll always, you know, I'll always be there, pointing in the right direction. I was met by so many loving people. I was met by loving people who were there to love me, just like how you loved me when I was in the physical, and no doubt how you still love me now, Mum. But nevertheless, I know that tears cleanse the soul, and you can love me that way, can't you? But by doing that, I just want you to know, of course, I just want you to know that it's just how sometimes things are. I just had to leave that way. That's how it was. Maybe it was quick or something. I don't know. Maybe his passing was quick and you didn't have time for this. You never have time for this or that, do you? Maybe that's what it is, Mum. Maybe that's what it's about. But nevertheless, I want another card here. I don't know. I just keep pulling more bloody cards out. I don't know why. I just feel as if he's not being mischievous, but he's just sort of just saying, look, at the end of the day, yes, I had to leave that way, but I just want to know that we will be together again. You know how I was met by all those loving people there, Mum, when, although I'm pointing in the right direction now, while you're in this world, life is for the living, not the dead. I want you to know that, Mum. Life is for the living, not the dead. I want you to know that. And just how I was met by loving people, and just how tears do cleanse the soul, and just how, nevertheless, I want you to know, yes, okay, that's just the way I went. I just had to leave that way. Nevertheless, I want you also to know that we will be together again. Just like how as I said, just like how I was met by lots of loving people. I'll meet you when you transit, when you pass. Not yet, Mum. Just when. But when you do, when it's time for you to pass, that's when I'll be one of those loving people meeting you again, and we'll meet again. So it's not all bad news, Mum. I want you to know that. But just remember, tears do cleanse the soul, and I don't want you to get over it, Mum. I don't expect you to. I just want you to cope with it. Just try and cope with it. Just until then, eh? That's all it's about. And I'll always point you in the right direction. I'll always show you the right road to go, the right way, and that's it. And that's all I feel as if he's saying that. He's sort of fading away in the distance there as he's saying it. and he doesn't seem as if he wants to say much else at the minute. I do feel as if I want to pull another card, but that's more me than him, I think. I'm going to pull another card anyway, but what we'll do, we'll just gather all these cards together there, and we'll just pull out this one, I think, just as a final thing, more because I'm nosy, and maybe it might be just one last thing he wants to say. There, he's just saying we will be together again, and I just want you to know my mind is free. Look at that. So it's like as if he's faded away, gone. But nevertheless, I just want you to know my mind is free now, Mum. Now I know that you know, so to speak. Now I know that you know that I'm there, pointing in the right direction, and that I was met by a loving people, loads of loving people, in the same way that we'll meet again, Mum. And I know you know that. I just want you to know that tears cleanse the soul, and that okay. Either way, I had to leave that way. I just want you to know that I had to leave that way. That's just the way it was. There might not have been time, but nevertheless, there will be time though. We will be together again. So don't you worry about that, Mum. Just like how I was met by loving people, you'll be met by loving people, and I'll be one of them. And my mind, and now I've told you that, Mum, I just want to tell you now I've told you that, my mind is free. My mind is free now. I know that I've told you that, and I hope that's okay with you, Mum. And it's just sort of fading there. So what we'll do with that, we'll just get the cards, just turn them over like that. And then we'll just grab Mason's cards. Okay, Mason, that's it. Now you can, and we can just rest there, Mason. You rest in peace again now, until next time maybe. And we know that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, and Mason, merry may we meet again. But for now, Mason, blessed be to Mason, and all absent friends.